Hello everyone, my name is Joe Newman and I'll be your instructor. I'd like to welcome you to Life Launch University. This year your school is focusing on some new skills for the students, powerful skills. I'm not talking about nunchuck skills or computer hacking skills. We're talking about social, emotional, and character building skills. We're ready to start a new term with you. You know what that means? That means anything is possible. You can literally define whoever you want to be and take steps to move towards that. You get to give yourself a fresh new start. Of course, you're not going to change or grow much without thinking about it for yourself and making your own goals. Oh man, goals? Why does that always sound so difficult? Well, I guess it's because it means you actually have to get up and do something instead of just wishing that one day you'll be great. Dreams generally don't just come true if you don't do anything about them. You've got to work hard for your dreams, and it's absolutely worth it. The hardest part is just getting past your toughest opponent. You know who that might be? Well, it's yourself. You've got to school your toughest opponent. You've got to get out of your comfort zone and into the courage zone where you show yourself who's boss. Then you'll be making decisions and achieving your goals like a boss. Well, just exactly how do you do that? It all starts with values. How can you achieve big dreams in life if you don't even know what you value? Values are what help you decide where you really want to go. And then your goals can show you how to get there. So let's do it right now. Take a look at your Life Launch University success map. And let's write down 2 things that you value. In case you're having a hard time coming up with some ideas, here's a few suggestions. Adventure, balance, courage, chastity, curiosity, discipline, empathy, family, flexibility, humor, integrity, knowledge, leadership, love, popularity, respect, service, and trust. Sometimes it can be hard coming up with an answer right away. So throughout this year, we're going to learn some powerful mindfulness practices to help you. In fact, we're going to start together right now. The purpose of mindfulness is to exercise and train your brain to be able to focus so that you can explore your thoughts and feelings. Dr. Amit Ray, an Indian author and spiritual master, said, "If you want to conquer the anxiety of life, live in the moment." So, let's get started by sending you over to Olivia, our mindfulness guru, for today's mindfulness moment.
Okay, thanks, Joe. The best way to learn about mindfulness is to try it out. We will start with practicing mindful listening. Each time we practice mindfulness, we will ask you to go into a mindful body posture. This means sitting up straight with your feet flat on the ground and your hands somewhere on your lap or on your desk. When we practice mindfulness, we are often going to sit still and quiet. We will ask you to close your eyes. If you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes, you can rest your eyes in front of you. You just don't want to look at something specific because that might distract you. So instead, if you leave your eyes open, just rest them on something and then your focus back on your mindful exercise. Okay, let's go ahead with mindful listening for today's mindfulness practice. Let's get in mindful bodies. Feet flat on the floor, sitting up straight, and put your hands open somewhere in your lap or on your desk. I'm going to ring a bell, and I want you to pay attention to the sound of the bell. When your mind wanders, that's okay. Just bring your attention back to the sound of the bell. See if you can keep listening to it until the sound ends. Raise your hand whenever you can't hear the bell anymore. Here we go. What did you notice? Is that how you usually pay attention to something? Did the sound last longer or shorter than you thought it would? What thoughts did you have during that exercise? What distracted you? Just notice those things. What thoughts came up at that time? What makes it hard to pay attention to the sound? Each time we practice this, we are strengthening our mind and learning to direct our attention to something specific. As you do this more and more, you will be better able to focus on what you want to focus on, and you'll be able to minimize distractions. So nice work today. We'll send it back to you, Joe.
Thanks, Olivia. Now, if you didn't have any specific values come to mind during the mindfulness moment, no worries. You'll have some more time over the next week to give it some thought. Essentially, you're looking to define your principles or standards of behavior, your judgment of what is important in life. Those are your values. Take a moment and write down the top 2 values that stand out to you on your success map. You can revise them later if you need to, but this is a good starting point. Now, in order to get some really effective goals based on your values, we need to understand a bit about setting good goals. Goals are intended to make you stretch a little, help you take just that next step toward greatness. We don't need to worry about conquering the world just quite yet. We're just looking to expand our comfort zone a little. You know what the comfort zone is? It's that place where you're at ease, in the zone, not worried or stressed. It's different for everybody. And what we're looking to do is help you increase your comfort zone by taking just a step beyond it. Do you know what that space is called, just past your comfort zone? It's the courage zone. It takes a bit of courage to step into the unknown, but that feeling of accomplishment that comes after you've conquered that fear is the grand payoff. It's the feeling of success. So we want to become really good at exploring the courage zone and expanding our comfort zone. So now that we have an idea of what we value, let's look at setting some goals. We'll use the SMART acronym as a starting place. On today's SEL worksheet, write down what SMART stands for. We'll go into detail with each one, but SMART stands for specific, measurable, appropriate, realistic, and timetable. The goals should be specific. Know exactly what it is you want to accomplish. Write it down and refer to it often. So instead of saying, I want to make more friends, make it more specific with something like, I'm going to call or talk to one person every day and ask them how they are doing with the intent to really listen. Make the goal measurable by including numbers like the one person every day, part of our example. It has to include numbers to be measurable. Next, make sure it is appropriate, that it is in harmony with your values. For example, if you value family and peace, setting a long-term goal to become a war correspondent journalist might not be consistent with what your values are or bring you lasting joy. Realistic. Set goals that you have to reach for, but don't set yourself up for failure by setting a goal you can't achieve. Share the goal with someone and ask his or her support in helping you achieve the goal. You're more inclined to complete your goal if someone else knows about it. And finally, every good goal needs a timetable. If we don't set a time limit, we won't focus on completing it. If you don't accomplish a goal in a specific time frame, don't count it as a failure. Just reevaluate and adjust. Now, you may have had some ideas about what goals you'd like to focus on this semester. If you have, write them down on your success map and double check them with the SMART Goals guidelines to make sure it's a good goal. Whether it's developing a skill or finding really good friends, the first thing to remember is that you are in control. You get to pick your goals, and that no one is just going to give it to you. But we can all work together to help you reach your full potential. Maybe you're asking yourself, why are we all doing this? Well, maybe you've seen or heard the movie with Matthew McConaughey called Failure to Launch. It's about a 35-year-old guy still living with his parents, not ready to take on life's commitments because life at home is too easy. His comfort zone is so comfortable, he sees no need to step into the courage zone and experience some of life's greatest joys of relationships, families, and adulting. That's what we're talking about here at Life Launch University. We're going to learn how to discover and realize your greatest dreams and make a success map to help get you there. What is it that stops us from getting there? Worry, anxiety, lack of knowledge, excuses. In today's world, it's not a lack of resources. Take a look at Michael Jordan, born in Brooklyn, New York, and later became the legend of basketball. Or, born into poverty, Oprah Winfrey, who became the first African-American TV correspondent in Tennessee. Time and time again, we hear of these success stories as individuals learn how to overcome anxiety with resilience and mindfulness. Resilience is just the skill of picking yourself up, dusting yourself off, and moving forward. And mindfulness is learning to look within yourself and be aware of how the mind and body connect. Both are like muscles. It takes time and consistent effort to grow. It might be unfamiliar at first, but don't worry. We're going to be doing this a lot together. And eventually, you'll do this on your own as you take on life's challenges head on with confidence and courage. So, nice work today. On your SEL worksheet of the day, make sure to write in what the SMART Goals acronym stands for and turn it into your instructor. Then, really spend some time thinking about what 2 SMART goals you want to work on this term. Then write them down on your success map. Feel free to share what you've learned today with your parents or trusted adult. They can be really great resource and support for you as you lay out your map and get moving forward on your amazing journey. So, take it seriously and get the adults in your life involved. They'll love it. Next time, we're going to learn more about maintaining balance through mindfulness. We're also going to introduce the resilience model and how to get straight A's in the school of life. It's going to be a lot of fun. Good work today. You just took your first step toward getting your Masters of Emotions from Life Launch University, where together we learn how to successfully launch into life. We'll see you next time.